Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. I'm Paul Jass. Thank you for joining us as we telecast downtown at the very fine lobby of the spacious Fairfield Federal Building right here on the big square in downtown Lancaster. Thank you for joining us. We're getting to the time of the year now, March, April, kind of getting into that springtime season when there's lots of artsy kind of things going on. One of those are the high schools have so many wonderful class plays, and one of them we get to talk today about. I think L. Frank Baum, which I didn't know that till I looked it up. His name was Lyman Frank Baum. I think us who knew him call him L. Frank Baum. But around the early 1900s, 1903, 1904, had the books out about the Wizard of Oz, and it kind of led to the iconic movie that I doubt if anyone has not seen, The Wizard of Oz, but it has made a lot of changes. Now it's not only it's been plays, it's been movies, and now it's certainly in the high school world, but it's a musical now, and it sounds like such a fun event. That's the play, The Wizard of Oz, is up at Liberty Union, and we've got a couple people here to talk about that day. On my far right is Jill Henwood. You are the director,
yes,
of The Wizard of Oz,
yes,
the musical from Liberty Union High School in Baltimore, Ohio. Pretty exciting. And to my immediate right is Allison Sponseller. You are Dorothy.
Yes.
The iconic role, you get to play Dorothy. Is that pretty cool?
Yes, it's very fun.
Now, speaking of cool things that you've done, you've got another kind of a big thing. If she looks familiar, she may. She was the queen at the most recent Fairfield County Fair. So you're in your year of queenmanship,
yes,
going on all year. Kind of a slow time right now. You're able to take this on, but then probably when the weather breaks and gets nice, you're going to be going to a lot of parades and a lot of events. And how many do you think you'll attend based on the fair by the time it's over? Do you know?
I want to try to get to at least 5 fairs.
Okay, well that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All the ones around here locally, probably in the area, in contiguous to us. Okay. Well, Jill, this is a pretty cool event, The Wizard of Oz, put on by the Liberty Union Music Department. It'll be March 17th, 18th, 19th. We've got a nice poster we'll put up, and we'll also have some shots while we're talking here about the kids and the cast, and did a lot of scenery, a lot of the grunt work in the back. Do it all.
The kids help with everything.
Yeah.
And this one, when we picked it last year, we always try to pick about a year in advance.
Sure.
And we wanted another big show. We had last year we did Freaky Friday, and it was smaller. The year before that we did Matilda, which Allison was Matilda, and it was kind of a medium-sized cast. And then the year before that we did Beauty and the Beast, and we had
big production,
almost 100 kids in Beauty and the Beast. So we wanted another big production like that. And this one, I mentioned it. The music director, Mrs. Fisher, she mentioned it, and we were like, oh, I think we're thinking the same thing. So we decided to go for it, and as we get further and further into it, you realize exactly what all is entailed.
It's a big production, you know why it's a big production.
Yeah.
So again, it's March 17th, 18th, and 19th. That's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday coming up in March here pretty soon. And 7 o'clock on Friday and Saturday, then a 2 o'clock matinee on Sunday. Three nights of that. Are you ready for that? You're going to have to get geared up for a big weekend there, right? Yeah. So you're Dorothy. I'm sure. Had you seen the movie prior to this?
Yeah, I've seen the movie.
Okay, and it's a great movie.
Yes.
When I was a kid, that's been a few years ago. It used to be on just once a year, and it was in color, which not many things back in my day were in color, but it was in color. And you know how it changes from black and white and goes into color, and it was probably as a kid, that was probably my favorite movie too. I liked it. You probably watched it a great deal as being your age when you were a little younger, and now it's on far more often.
Oh yeah. Well, and Allison was in Wizard of Oz at OUL when they did it when she was little. I don't know exactly how old you were, but she was a munchkin.
I was going to say, were you a munchkin?
Yes.
So you've come full circle here.
Yes.
The munchkins to
Now
Dorothy. That's very cool. Singing, are you in the choruses and things at Liberty
Yes.
Union? I assume
I'm in
that
chorale.
too. Chorale, okay, very good. How many numbers do you sing in this? A lot?
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah,
A lot.
there's quite a few.
So, and Jill Henwood and Allison Sponseller are with us from the Wizard of Oz, which will be March 17th, 18th, 19th up at Liberty Union High School, in the high school auditorium?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
very good. Didn't want to know that. 75 kids involved in this?
We have around 75. I can't remember where we ended up. We were about 80, and then over the course of it, you lose a couple here and there to sports and other activities. But I think we landed at about 75.
Yeah, well, it's just a wonderful thing. Now I know tickets are available a couple of different ways, but I guess going to the high school website or the
Liberty
school
Union.
website.
Yeah, libertyunion.org it's on the homepage.
Yeah, and it's probably best to get them that way because you can pick your seats, you can get things set up.
Yeah, you can definitely go on and figure out where you want to sit and reserve your seats that way. There will be tickets maybe available at the door for Beauty and the Beast. We sold out with a larger cast. You do have more of a chance of selling out. So
A lot
it
of
is
parents
better
and
to get them.
grandparents coming to
it's better
this.
to get them ahead.
Yeah. Well, it's just I think again an iconic play. I don't think of many. I think next week we're having Victor Jones on Iowa University, and they're doing Charlie Brown. Which again, you think of big things like the Wizard of Oz, like Charlie Brown. They just don't get much bigger than that. So congratulations on having this done. And again, this is your idea to kind of kept it a little for a couple years, and probably the last couple years been a little more difficult with plays and things.
So we actually we called Matilda our COVID show. We did it twice where we got to dress rehearsal and it got canceled, and then we were able to
Just
go
got the dress
next
rehearsal.
year. Yeah, we did dress rehearsal and that was it. But we brought it back the next year and we were able to perform it. So it's been difficult, but we've been able to
Sure.
put a show on every year
Sure.
since.
How long have you been in production for this one? Couple months?
So we do auditions in late November.
Oh.
And then we went ahead and did some singing rehearsals and a couple of we call black and white scenes before Christmas break, and then came back and really hit the rest of it really hard after break.
So Allison, you've been involved in this for a while then. This
Yes.
is kind of an ongoing thing. When you become the lead, this becomes your senior project, I guess.
Pretty
You've got a lot going on. So do you have a favorite song or a favorite scene in the movie that you do?
I think my favorite is the jitterbug scene. It's the one that was cut out of the movie originally. It's fun. We do a lot of dancing in that
You
scene.
enjoy that?
Yes.
Gee, it sounds like going to be fun. Are the kids really kind of getting into it now? And again, it's one all of them, I'm sure, know.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like everybody is having a really great time with it.
Well, it's 3 shows. That's a heck of a weekend. That's a lot going on here.
It
is it a couple
is.
hours? You have an intermission?
We're not exactly sure yet because we
Okay.
haven't run the full
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, it's probably around 2 hours. And it's different than sports where you practice and you get to play a game, and you practice and you play a game. I mean, I'm a sports person. My kids play sports, but they do put all of this time in. And 3 times, that's it. That's all they get to show of it. So.
Well, there are some events like say church choirs, or they'll do this big thing for Easter and they only get to do it once.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's it.
Yeah.
So at least you get to spend some time, and I'm sure different people have different opportunities to come. So how much is a ticket?
$12, right?
Well,
I believe they're
okay.
$12.
So again,
Sorry.
the best way to get it, there are several ways. You can get them at the door, but I guess that's first come, first serve on that.
Yeah.
So it's better to go on the, libertyunion.org. Libertyunion.org. Go on there. The Wizard of Oz, March 17th, 18th, and 19th. your singing voice holding up, strong, going to be able to go for 3 shows?
I think so.
Okay, okay. Allison Sponseller, who plays Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. Jill Henwood, who is the director of this. How many years you been doing this now?
With
5 or
Liberty
6?
Union since 2016.
Yeah, and artsy, you love this kind of stuff. I know you do a lot of
other
things.
places
That's
as
right.
well, right.
Yeah, but working with kids, high school kids, that's where kind of your passion is. I think you enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, won't be long before you'll be having your own kids. And,
Well, my kids are in Annie at Fairfield Union.
Okay.
They're doing Fairfield Union the same weekend, so I don't get to see it.
That's
I
rough.
know it's rough.
That's rough.
So we're gonna.
There's only so many weekends. So it's getting up pretty quick. Get your tickets. Again, go to libertyunion.org. That's the best place to get them. You can pay for them and everything right on the website. Okay, everything's so electronic now. That's just great. Friday, March 17th, Saturday, March 18th, both at 7 o'clock that night, and then Sunday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon for the matinee. The Wizard of Oz, brought to you by Liberty Union High School and the Liberty Union Music Department. Best of luck. My guess is you're going to have 3 sold-out shows, and that's just terrific for all the work you go through.
Yeah.
Jill Henwood, who is the director, Allison Sponseller, who plays Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. Thank you. Have a great time. Thanks for joining us.
Yes,
thank you.
you.
We'll be back on Fairfield Today.
You walked down the aisle and promised happily ever after. Sometimes happily ever after means ending a relationship. We know the conversations are not easy. Deciding what's best for you, your children, and your next steps takes work and communication. At Dagger Law, we know there are no monsters in a divorce, only people trying to find their way. Local, trusted, experienced. Dagger Law.
The staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairfield what it is.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
My name is Scott Duff, and I'm the director of the Fairfield County Overdose Response Team, and I'm here today to discuss Narcan. Narcan is the opioid overdose reversal medication. Narcan saves lives. We have saved countless lives in our community by providing Narcan to those with substance abuse disorders. We would very much like you to consider carrying Narcan on a regular basis. Narcan can be obtained easily in your community by reaching out to the Fairfield County Overdose Response Team at 740-901-1598.
This message is brought to you by the Fairfield County Adam H. Board.
How can I better manage my heart condition?
From cardiac emergencies to routine visits, our experts specialize in the latest treatments to keep you feeling your best. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
Welcome back to Fairfield Today. Pleasure to have you with us. And, as the luck of the draw happens, today's entire show is all about the arts. We've talked about Liberty Union putting on their Wizard of Oz show, and we're just going to segue into another great arts program going on here in Lancaster and Fairfield County out at Ohio University. Of course, Victor Jones behind all that and gets it all going. And again, we talked about the Wizard of Oz being kind of an iconic play and musical. The 2 I think of are the Wizard of Oz and Charlie Brown. And lo and behold, Charlie Brown appears here. Charlie is on my far right there. That's Jesse Cunningham and his sister Sally Brown right in the middle here. Thank you both for joining us. This is Abby Reeves, Abby and Jesse, and I guess Charlie and Sally for the purposes here today. Pretty exciting coming up here, March 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th. 4 shows. Now the kids put on 3 at Liberty, but 4 shows. I kind of think maybe you like that, because it seems like if you only did it once or so, that'd be an awful lot of work you go through.
Absolutely.
You get to do it more. You enjoy that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And Jesse, he not only is Charlie Brown in this, but he is an OUL alum.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Welcome back, and you are the guest artist for this. So you're an old hand at this.
I am. 18, 19 of these now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So you obviously, do you enjoy the musicals more than plays?
I do, yeah.
Yeah? So and now, Abby, you're Sally in this.
Yes.
You play the little sister. Is that fun?
Oh, for sure.
Are you enjoying this?
I'm a little sister myself.
Oh.
So I get to draw
Typecasting.
from that.
Oh.
A little bit.
Okay, is he better than your real brother?
You know? No.
Okay, we get that. We won't go there. We won't go there.
My brother is my best friend,
Okay.
and I get to kind of draw from that in this, where I get to.
And how many plays have you been in?
So many. I've been going to school now at OUL for about 5 years, so we do 2 shows a year, so about 10.
So whatever comes up, you're in.
Pretty
you're
much,
in.
yeah.
You enjoy
I'm
the
there.
musicals?
Oh, for sure. That's where my heart is. So.
Yeah. How many songs you have?
So Sally herself only has 1 solo song, but she is in every
group?
other song group
And
members. So.
Charlie, you sing 1 or 2 by yourself?
1 or 2, 3 or 4.
Yeah, and then a lot of group stuff.
Yeah, a lot of, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So when you started, let's go with you on this first, Jesse. When you started, was drama and artsy kind of things, was that going to be your major?
I thought about it, kind of realized maybe I wouldn't be able to make a career of it, but I do enjoy it, as a hobby. Did it in high school, and then carried on through college, and I still do it now and then.
Sure.
As now that I'm out of school, but yeah.
Well, good. And you, is this something you obviously have a passion for?
Definitely. I've been doing it since I was like 5, so old enough to kind of walk and talk and sing.
And Victor gets guys and he boys and girls, and he likes them, and he brings them back, and he enjoys that. So you've got Charlie Brown here, and I think we all know the story. Charles Schultz. It's all about Charlie and I guess Linus and Sally. You're all in this. Linus, your boy. You like him? A little sweet on him, are you?
There's a little bit there.
Okay, a little
We'll
tension
see.
there.
We're a little too young. For
Okay,
that.
I don't want to, but I know how it works. I understand that. How many? And you may not be the folks that know. How many characters do you have in this show?
It's a cast of 7.
7. Okay, and so there's a lot of action going on. Pretty cool scenery.
Oh, absolutely,
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
We started setting lighting this past weekend, and it's a gorgeous show. It's going
Very
to be
good.
beautiful.
Now, is there an intermission in this, or is it just straight through?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half with an intermission, so
That's
it's
right.
not too long, not too short.
So what's the basic story we're going to tell now about Charlie?
It's basically the day in the life of Charlie Brown.
A day in the life.
Yes.
Okay.
Little vignettes and skits and songs about anything from Valentine's Day to the baseball game to Snoopy on his doghouse. So it covers the gamut. Any Peanut scenario you can probably think of, it's there.
Do we have somebody that plays Snoopy?
Yes, we do.
We do. Very good.
Yes, Emma Clement. She's also a student. She does a fabulous job as Snoopy. It's adorable.
I bet she is so cute.
She really is. She really is.
Well, I mean, I don't know of any other than, say, The Wizard of Oz. I think everybody knows the Charlie Brown characters through and through. So I guess that's your job to kind of lift them up and kind of give them something maybe they've never seen before.
Absolutely.
How's Sally? Is she a good girl?
She can be.
She has her moments?
I like to kind of call her a little feisty at times.
Really?
She kind of is, She has those moments where like she's talking about her schoolwork and stuff, and she kind of gives off this little like, I don't want to do my work.
Got a vibe, huh? Kind of a little beyond her age. Now, how old are you when you play these roles?
Charlie's about 8 years old.
8?
So
Yeah,
Sally's
probably
like 6.
6 or 7-ish.
But
it's kind of left up to the audience to kind of decide, but it's about like 6 or 7-ish.
but maybe 6 or 7 going on 16 or 17.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
You kind of
She's
see that
definitely
side
a
of her
teenager.
coming out.
Oh, for
yeah.
sure,
A modern woman.
Yes.
Yeah. It's such a wonderful thing. Now, again, you've done this. This has been your college careers doing this. Is Charlie Brown one of them? Have you ever done it before? Because I know this is, it's been on before.
I've never done this show before, but this has been one of my favorite shows for a while that I've really wanted to do. And actually, there's 2 seniors right now, me and Emily Hunter Bartholic. We actually got to pick this season of shows. So this was one of the shows that we were really passionate about and wanted to do. I haven't done a kids show for a while. I did one in high school and stuff, but I haven't been able to really do that in a while. And I thought, what better time than my last show to go out and play a kid.
Well, how cool is that Victor kind of lets the folks there in the school choose this, and you get to be in and have a good role in this.
Oh, yeah.
Now, where was your high school? Where did you go to school?
I went to Logan High School.
Okay,
so
Hocking
not too
County
far.
girl.
Yeah.
Jesse?
I went to school, Fort Fry High School, about 20
Southern
miles.
Ohio?
Southern
Beverly,
Southeast.
down in
yes,
Beverly? Yes.
about 20 miles north of Marietta.
That's right. I know that area well. Fort Fry, Marietta, good schools down there. I mean, Southern Ohio. And then you came up here to Ohio University, Lancaster?
Yeah, my mom and her husband at the time relocated up here, and I decided to follow, and I looked at the campus and decided to just tag along.
And so you've been through this as she's just finishing up now. This was your story a few years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, just finishing up. And how many plays? 18?
19, I'm losing count at this point.
Yeah.
A lot.
So he brings you back just to bring Charlie Brown. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it wasn't a hard decision. I've been a lifelong Peanuts nut, and when he called and said, will you play? Like, yes, there was no question.
Yeah, this has been a dream role. Right?
Yeah, this is a dream role for me. So.
How great is that? And you got to pick the show, so you love it.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
great. So now, how are our tickets? In talking with Victor, as I remember it, certainly online is the way to go.
We have a brand new ticketing website for this.
Really?
You can now pick your own seat, which is wonderful. Before you just ordered the tickets and the seats were selected for you.
Nice.
Now we've kind of gone to a ticket master style website where you can go in and pick your seat.
Imagine people will like that a little bit more.
For sure.
Absolutely. So we have a brand new site. To get to it, go to ohio.edu/Lancaster.
Okay.
Click on the theater arts link and then click on purchase tickets, and it'll take you to the ticketing site. And we're doing online sales only for this.
So you can't go to the door and get the seats?
Not at this time. So we recommend get your tickets now.
Sure. And I guess that's the way to go if you get to pick your seats.
Absolutely.
So it's, again, 4 nights. It's March 23, 24, 25, and 26, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The 23rd and the 24th are at 7 p.m., and then the Saturday and Sunday shows are at 2 p.m. Do you find that when you get to that Sunday show, is there a feeling amongst the crew here that, well, we've done it, we're in the last show, or are you sad to see that? Or maybe different emotions with different shows?
It's definitely different emotions with different shows.
Sure.
But there always is this sense of sadness because there's always the hard work that you put in the show, and you're never going to have that exact same experience again. So it's beautiful, it really is. But it also is a little bittersweet, So.
Jesse, yours?
Yeah, it's definitely a mixture. Definitely, a relief that we finally made it to the end, but yet. Can we just have one more time?
Yeah.
And we can do it better. Just
right,
one
we
more
can do
shot.
it better. Just one more shot.
Well, it's Charlie Brown, and it's a great show. You have to enjoy this with only 7 people, though. I know I was just talking again to the Liberty Union crew. They're a high school, and that's way different. But they have 75 people because there's choruses and singers and everything. But with 7, y'all sing a lot of songs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's probably about 20 numbers in this show.
There's a lot.
Now, does Victor play piano through all this?
Not for this one.
Okay.
So you get professional instead of Victor. Yes.
I say that because Victor's behind us right here, and he can see us over there. But and I tell you, from a point of view of just mine as a host on a show where I have Victor, and sometimes he's able to bring guests on like you, and we love that. But he's got a lot of energy. Victor's got a lot of energy.
Sometimes it's hard to keep up.
I would imagine he kind of pulls you folks along. I'm sure there are moments where he sees things, and he's done this for a while. You guys have done a lot of shows, but he's really done a lot of shows like that.
For sure.
But my golly, when I think about the things he does during the year out there, and then he always has one at the festival, it's always a fun time. But it just has to be kind of exciting the way, and I'm sure you've been to shows where he's played the piano like that. And he's directed and played everything, done it all.
I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, with people like you got your one part, and that's all you need to do. But here he's wearing like 3 or 4 hats on every one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun time. Ohio University, Lancaster, March 23, 24, 25, and 26. How long you been practicing for this, and when did it start?
We started mid-January, so.
Okay, so it's been a couple months.
Yeah.
Several nights a week you do this?
We do it every Tuesday and Thursday, and then some Fridays, and then we've added some weekends here as we get closer.
Sure. And you think you're getting, it's almost showtime now, so you think you're pretty well.
Yeah, we just had one of those rehearsals where it kind of felt like the whole thing kind of came together.
Really?
And it all just kind of like clicked.
That's
and we were like,
feeling,
we have a show.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's that moment like, this has got to get going here. We got to step it up. But now maybe you've had that over the hill moment, and you're ready to go.
We're there. We see the end of the tunnel. We're there.
Good. And the light's not coming at you to hit you.
No.
It's the light at the other. Okay,
We're
very good. Very good. Well, it's Charlie Brown, and it's just, you're a good man. Let me say that, Jesse. Jesse Cunningham with us, and he's Charlie Brown. You can see the very cool shirt he's wearing like there, and you obviously can see Sally here. Sally Brown, it's Abby Reeves. So best of luck in this. It's going to be a wonderful production. We know that. And my guess is we might see you and others in the future. We hope so.
For sure.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on Fairfield Today.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.